was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Be like a horse with blinkers.
Honestly say, I was about to have sex and then I pulled
crap,
up.
but it's nice.
My name is Tezama Nina Njobe, and I'm experiencing life, I guess.
Oh, wow. My name is Jean-Baptiste Thomas. That's all I really want to say right now.
My name's Alison Simons, and I am 34 and proud of it.
Yeah.
I'm Kiki, and I'm an actress. Hi.
Hi, I'm Maureen, and I'm a service coordinator, and I'm lesbian and proud of it.
I'm Marina, and I own Wet Sensuality Emporium. And yeah, I'll tell you more about it later. It's all about empowering women.
Many lesbians tend to want to go through the I'm bisexual, and then oh yeah. She's talking about you.
What did you say about money?
No, I'm not saying anything about bisexuals. Bi-curious first, yeah, that's where it starts, and then bisexual, and then, I know for a fact that I couldn't stand the word lesbian. It was too foreign.
People don't think it's a valid sexuality on its own.
Yeah.
The terminology is also problematic. I mean, I'll happily call myself a dyke, and it's about reappropriating the word.
Yeah. Because people don't like being called dyke.
Yeah, and I'm fine about being called a dyke.
But that's about owning the word, right? So this is what I was having a discussion with Bubs earlier.
Later.
Last.
Okay, get with the program.
Today. Okay, it was actually yesterday. We're having this conversation about owning a word. If a word hurts you and someone calls you a dyke, it's going to hurt you because that word has certain connotations for you. Yeah, but if you own it and you say, I am a dyke, call me a dyke. It's not going to hurt me.
But one of the things that I believe firmly in is that, you can only hate something if it reflects something within yourself. The reason you hate the word dyke is because as you said, connotations. Yes, it's that internal homophobia.
It resonates with something inside yourself.
Yes.
You want to refuse, you want to move away from.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm ashamed of being a lesbian. Deep down. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, I think
not you personally.
But I don't... Okay, but let's say that word dyke hurts me, right? Which it doesn't. But let's say it does. Is that because I'm ashamed of being who I am?
Well, I think it's also because of the connotations of it. I mean, at least from my understanding, the connotation of dyke is to be very masculine. And I just don't think that I would necessarily want to identify with a masculine identity.
Who put that identity?
Society. That's what I'm
who
saying.
said dyke meant a butch dyke? Who said that? But you're
talking about
those images are pushed into
Al.
us. That's what it is.
But you're
like they
talking
say,
about
look at her. She looks like such a dyke. I say it. I say it, and I'm a lesbian. I say, look at her. Oh my God, she's such a dyke. Like we use those words against each other.
Yeah.
I think it also depends who says it. If a straight person says it has a completely different connotation. I mean, I can call my friends that, I can call you that, but if a straight person says it to me, it's the same as using the word, whatever, a racial word that I won't use. Yeah, you can't do it unless you're part of the group. If you're part of the group, you can use it. And I think I say it with irony, and I think I say it with a deliberate wanting to provoke a response.
Okay, but you know what's interesting? Is the role that bisexual people... But seriously...
What is wrong with bisexual people?
No, but listen, the bisexual thing is very hard. Because what do? Lesbians hate you, straight men hate you, but they do, because...
They're not turned on by you.
Yeah.
Straight men only turned on by you if they think that they can watch or they can join in.
Yeah. More
what happens if you're...
Otherwise they offend
what you started.
What do you mean?
I think that it's part of the fantasy, the porn fantasy. The two girls do it, and finally the guy comes in and he does the real
satisfies
thing.
them.
Exactly.
I'm proud about the fact that I enjoy being in ladies' company and not being so comfortable in a guy's company, but also giving them the due when they are like sexy. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. So it's fine.
It's one thing to be classified as something, right? But if you're going to identify yourself as something and putting yourself in a certain box, if I can call it that, that's what you are. I am Alison Simons. I am a lesbian. You know what I mean? You can't change Alison Simons, just like you can't change the fact that you're a lesbian. So having sex with men, I think, is not lesbiania activity, so to say.
But I disagree because you are putting me in a box. I'm saying to you, it's easier for me to describe myself as a lesbian because majority of the time I like to sleep with women, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes I might sleep with men. But I don't identify as a bisexual because for bisexual, it's like, for me anyway, the word bisexual means I'm equally attracted to women as I am to men.
I don't think that is true. People go, I know for a fact, before I identified myself as a lesbian, I went through 2 years of dating just women. And then I had like 3 months of dating men. And then I'd go through, you know what I mean? It's not really an equal thing. I'd see the most gorgeous men, but at that moment, I was in a woman phase.
Yeah,
so it's not necessarily being equal. It doesn't mean that. It just means...
Can we ask the bisexual?
Let's ask the bisexual.
Is it like,
only me here?
yes.
Yes.
Is it a 50-50 thing? Or is it
For me, no. I'm actually more attracted to men. Sorry, guys.
This is my girlfriend! She's more attracted to men!
More often.
You're very special.
Yes, I am.
I kind of look like a man. What are you saying, baby?
No, I'm saying, like, more often I will find men attractive, but I do find women attractive, too.
So, for you, it's 80-20.
No.
No,
I don't think you should be going on ratios.
Yeah.
It's not a ratio issue. It's where you are at that time.
Yes.
Isn't it a continuum?
Yeah,
it
is.
I mean, that's what I said. I think it's a continuum and it's a spectrum, and you're going to have people who are weighted on that side and people who are weighted on that side, and we fluctuate.
It's a bell curve.
It's not an absolute.
That was, what's his name? What's that sex guy? They made a movie about Kinsey. He said that homosexuality was a bell curve. So the majority of people fall in the bisexual range, and there's only exclusive gay and lesbian on either side. So most people fall here.
I do sometimes have feelings like, oh, I miss being with a guy, but it's not enough to make me like want to go and actually do something about that, you know, like, and then Alison said, yeah, I could miss blonde hair, or what did you say, big boobs? Thanks. But you don't necessarily have to do anything about it.
My mom knows, but she's kind of ignored. Yes. Yeah, of course. Definitely. And I think, as I was saying before, it was that this for me is letting the other people that are important in my life, because that's the thing, that's the struggle that lesbians go through, is having the people that you love, but having them with them knowing who you are and accepting who you are and what you are and what you do
if they don't know you.
That's what I'm saying, is that, which is one of the reasons that I feel that this is such an important thing to do, is that you want those people that don't know or have disregarded it to acknowledge. And if they don't, it's fine. It takes time to accept certain things. You know, if you've been living in this sort of shadowed life all your life, especially with black people, I keep talking about this, but you know, we live in an environment where someone pays lobola for you and you get married. We live in an environment where, like,
Be a lesbian lobola at some point.
my thing, I'm not gonna comment further on that. What I will say is that I feel that, like religion evolves, culture should, traditions should. I feel that, you know, we live in a certain time. Like we were talking about, we watched a movie the other day about
the Bible Tells Me So.
Yeah, the one that was at the
documentary that was.
and it was about people reading the Bible in its context, in the time it was written.
Context.
Yes.
Yeah, and taking it literally.
Yes, in that time. It doesn't necessarily mean in 2008.
It's going to be applicable.
Yes.
Yes.
Because
So
that's the
tradition,
normal
cultures, so forth. Yeah.
Yeah. But then, okay, what about here's something else. We were all sitting around, I think, Marina's pool party last Sunday.
Yeah.
And saying, where were we? Yeah, pool party. And we were saying how almost every relationship that was there was a mixed race relationship.
Yeah.
Well, we
So
spoke
not-
about
Yeah.
So not only are we lesbians,
also
but we're also in mixed.
interracial
Yeah.
relationships. Yeah.
All
And?
of us are in interracial relationships. You know?
It's weird, eh?
I know. I only figured it out last week.
All of us are.
It's an interesting conversation. My mom's a born-again Christian. She's an amazing woman in her own right, but this is not something that she can agree with, and that's something I'm gonna have to live with. It's just how it is. Like Alison said, Rome wasn't built in a day, but every day, hopefully, it'll get better.
Well, for me, it was a bit of a problem in the beginning because I love my dad and I respect him, and it was a bit difficult for me to come out to him because of what I just mentioned, and I only like really. That's my dad.
Good one. Oh,
That's my dad.
My brother and sister are two of the most amazing people I think I'll know in my lifetime. They're very, very supportive. They love me unconditionally, and they love Tazama, which is great. Anyway, the point is that they have no issues with me being gay or me being in an interracial relationship.
Yeah, my dad is a difficult one, yeah, and it actually took me to come out to him about the fact that I'm lesbian at the age of 27. And yeah, before that our relationship wasn't really the way it's supposed to be, because I wasn't really open with him, and once I opened up to him it was like better. It's like we're pals. Yeah.
We live in a third world country
With first world
with
laws.
first world laws.
Yeah.
How does that work? I think so. Why are, gay marriages and so forth, and when they were legalized?
It's not a
This
marriage.
country it's not a marriage. First,
Yeah, firstly, it's not a
disgusting,
marriage.
in my opinion. I refuse to
isn't a
get
marriage.
married under civil union.
Primarily, I think everything in my life revolves around my kids. Yeah, and that's the bottom line. I think my sexuality is one aspect of who I am. And in everything that we've said tonight, the one thing for me is, yes, I'm a lesbian, and I'm great about being a lesbian. That's fantastic. And it's a component of who I am. But it's not entirely who I am. It's an aspect of who I am. And I think society wants to hone in on that particular aspect and make it who you are, whereas for me, it's an aspect of who I am.
My dream in life is to definitely have children. I really want to have children and be married someday, but also further the studies in my political sort of sphere.
I'd like to finish my studies to the extent that I get my PhD. But I think I share the same thing with, having kids and being married and, a dog or something retarded.
My dream is to find the perfect balance between my work life, my home life, and to really feel like there's nothing missing.
My dream is to become a serious actress, not like Lindsay Lohan in fame and fortune, like become a serious actress. Like, that's all I ever dreamed about. The only thing.
While I was studying, one of my subjects was that I still feel so strongly about was when I was studying criminal law. I would like to take it further and make something out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, my dream is clearly to make a success of my business, and that it be not only a business that is financially viable, but one that is ethically viable as well, where I can wake up in the morning and feel that what I'm doing not only provides me with an ethical, moral living, but which actually does something to empower and make other people in the world feel good about themselves, specifically empower women sexually.